Hey, it's JD. So today, some of you probably saw my Instagram post where my good friend Peter, VanDOit came over and helped me to install these Aluminess pieces. So there's the tire carrier and the ladder rack. So what does that look like? It's really pretty nice. I like the way it looks, and I like the way it fits. So it attaches to the hinges here on each side, right? Pretty nice. And then it attaches at the door in here. Now, unfortunately, they did not ship me a couple of the plastic pieces, so I sent them an email. They should send that back. So you see here the plastic pieces. You see those plastic pieces. So anyway, but it looks pretty nice. Same thing over here, right? Same mounts to the hinge. And up there. So what does that mean though? What does it look like on the inside? So to make the attachment on the inside, on the driver's side, passenger side door, I pulled this cover off. Not that difficult. It's held on by like a bunch of clips, like 20 clips. And then there's 2 bolts up here and 1 bolt down there. And so I just, I dealt with that. That was pretty easy. I did that by myself before, a couple of days before Peter came over. Here, you had to make I didn't have to take this panel off for this one. I did have to take this handle off. They provide instructions on where to cut this, or they talk about cutting this. The big thing is really, there's metal under here. So you want to make sure, just cut that metal out with the associated rubber. You can actually see that I left some of that rubber on there, but whatever, it's you could argue how good a job I did, but anyway, I think it's pretty good. You also had to grind out a little slot here and here. Okay, so you can see it a little better there, I think. Right, so anyway, but I also had to grind out a little bit down here because when I opened it, it would hit that bolt at the bottom. So I ground out that a little bit. All right, so the other part that I didn't really show very well here is the inside of the hinge, how the tire carrier and ladder attach to the hinge. So that's what Peter had to help me with today. And let me take a look at that. So this is the driver's side, this is the tire carrier. You see there, basically, what you have to do is you have to take those 3 bolts out that hold the hinge on, and then you have to twist the hinge back, and you slip the adapter over there, and then you bolt it all back on. Now you see the little red lines there? That was my attempt at trying to make sure I got things lined back up. On this side I got a little bit smarter, and I just put little dots, which were a lot more accurate actually, on both the side and the top. And then it works the same up there, right? Try to get my light where it doesn't brighten, do crazy things. But it's the same thing, right? That's how it attaches. So I think it's pretty nice. It was pretty easy. Peter was a super help in order for me to get that done. So I appreciate that from him. Here we have these giant doors that are fantastic because this guy right here, boom. So, and then you open this, but what's happening here? Watch out. You see that ladder is going to hit well before this connection hits, right? Now, I suppose you could just lean the ladder against the van there, but maybe this contact is fine, but I'm going to try something else. So I did something. I'm going to put it in place, and then I'll take it out of there and talk about it. So I just took a dowel, and I have kind of cut it to size. Now, it does not hold as well as the original magnet to steel, right? So it pops off a little easier, and then it doesn't fit quite as nice once it pops off. But if you position it well in the beginning, it works out okay, and as long as there's not a lot of wind or whatever blowing it around, it's all fine. Anyway, so what did I do? Let's open this thing back up. So because Kurt did all this work on the magnets for the window covers, I have a fair number of magnets left. So let's look at here what I did. So here's the way this fit in there when you were looking at it, right? And so on one side, the van side, V, it's a steel piece on the van. So I put a magnet in there. I kind of countersunk a magnet. It's really pretty silly. You can laugh at me if you like. I mean, it's okay. But on the other side, on the door, there is a magnet. So I just took a screw with some washers. I did countersink them because it made it fit a little bit better. But that's it. That's all I did. This is about 1.5 inch dowel that I just found laying around the garage. And so I figure I'm going to do this for the driver's side as well. But anyway, this is my little solution. I don't know how good it is. Now, here's the other thing that I can do. And I might actually put another piece of steel on this thing, like just put a screw in the side. So I can attach it here. Because I got these magnets here. It almost wants to, it'll stay like that, but the door won't close, of course. But if I put a little screw in the side here, that would stay right there. Or over here, I could put both of them right in here somewhere. I put these were cheap Harbor Freight magnet bars that I attached on there, so that's pretty nice. So I'm thinking about what am I going to do with the driver's side with the spare tire. And honestly, I'm not sure that that little dowel is going to even work, and I'll show you why. So here's the driver's side with the spare tire carrier. So I'll zoom out, I'll come out back here where you can see the whole thing, and then I'll kind of walk in and show you the underneath. So you see there the tire carrier, and you see I have it leaning against the tire on the van, and you can kind of, I don't know how much that's actually contacting, right? It's not a very big contact area, but it's there. But look at this gap here. There's just no way you're going to be able to fill that with a dowel. That would be kind of ridiculous. So I'm not positive that a dowel is going to work over here. And I think this maybe has a little bit less chance of denting the body. I don't really know, but you know, hey, it's something you got to deal with. So I got the light on in the garage, so it's probably messing with the light here. And you can see the body flex a little bit as I move the wheel. I don't know, maybe you can't see it, but I have a feeling that for this side, the solution is just to be careful and cautious when you open the door, and let the tire carry the load against the body of the van. That's it. Silly, but you know, hey, it works. So see you down the road.